good? Alright.
Announcer starting.
That's Owen's fault.
Announcer starting in a big voice.
Con huevos.
The bells are ringing. Whatever. The bells are full. Okay. Hello, my name is Jaden. This is my senior presentation. That's photos of me when I was small. You know, I weighed the same amount there as I do now, which is funny. Yeah. Did it move? Oh, it didn't move. Okay. To start, the past. I went to Rio Lindo Elementary and Rio Vista Middle School. Rio Lindo, conveniently, was a block from my grandmother's house, which was actually really fun because I would have talks with her, like walking home, how her day went, how my day went. That was really fun. And something insignificant was that my uncle was a science teacher at middle school, so if I messed up, it would get to my parents within the afternoon. I was watched like a hawk in middle school. I was in gay and robotics clubs, which made me a very antisocial child. I would just, yeah, I was this little nerd. Fortunately, with that, I was able to develop a significant, like, not talent, but like hobby for drawing and doing things like that. Like I would like. For a project, I remember I almost dropped it, but I brought in a 2-scale replica of my school in Legos because I just was bored one day. And something a good chunk of people don't know was I played football in middle school, and I was literally the worst lineman to ever touch that field because I was like chunky enough to defend a small guy, but once I was against the taller dudes, I held no chance. And I kid you not, our team only won one game out of the 3 seasons. 3 seasons. We only won one game. And that was on complete fouls. It was just, yeah. Okay. Current age. I'm currently 17, and guess I'm doing alright. I've had straight A's out of high school in the grades book. Right now I need to fix it. I'm sorry. I'll get those assignments in. Okay?
You should.
Speaking of assignments in, Dr. Brown, here are some assignments I had. Yeah. Okay. So those are in now. I got student of the year freshman year, but I don't know how, complete luck. All I did was just pay attention.
That's how.
Okay, honestly, surprisingly, most people don't know this. I actually fell asleep during English class one day. Like, Mr. Vasquez reading a story. It's not my fault. I just took a shower and I fell asleep, and I woke up to saying the meeting has ended, and I got so scared. But I made it. I ended up in the end. I currently work at Tilly's. It's okay. We just get stolen from a lot by homeless people who are very smart with it. Like, at that point, I'm not even going to chase them because, like, you know how hard it is to ride a bike away with, like, a stack of shirts on your arm? I'm like, okay, that's dedication. If you want shirts that bad, just let me get away. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. The future. I am going to San Diego State. I hope to become a naval engineer. And, I kind of have that already set up because one of my dad's best friends works for the Navy. And he's already helping me set up internships during the summer over there on the bases by over there. And the beautiful thing about it is if I actually get enrolled into that naval program, it will pay for like 90 to 95% of my college tuition. So that'll get rid of most of that. I also want to start a clothing brand with extra money because that's something I've been wanting to do since middle school. I've had ideas drawn since freshman year, and I've just wanted to make something because working at a retail store, you realize how expensive things are. Like the other day, I wanted to go buy a pair of jorts because I was like, oh, they look nice, $90. I make $15.50. I'm at the point where a fast food worker makes more than me. Like, it's a crazy economy we live in. And I just want to travel the world too, like Tokyo, New York. Yeah, it just seems kind of fun to go there. One of the places I did want to go, Seattle, which I thankfully will be able to go this summer as my graduation present. So there's that. Okay, my strongest IB trait. I think it's a thinker because I always go into something examining every viewpoint rather than just blindly picking a solution. And that also follows into the inquiry because I, again, view every aspect and come up with other people to make a conjoined idea. My weakest, however, is communicator because I'm a very shy person to begin with. I will not, like, approach you. I'll be like, oh, do you need help? Like, yeah, they'll ask me for help and I help them. I'm not going to straight up ask for it. That's just one of my downfalls. And the other one's procrastination because I am not good at turning in my work as just shown 5 minutes ago. Okay. What's that? Language development? Oh yeah, German Mexican is what I say it. For my language development, I studied German, and the reason I picked it is just blind faith, really, because I was like, what would be the most useful? And out of spite to just get Duolingo out of the way, I was gonna pick Klingon. I've never watched Star Trek, but it just looked interesting. So I would just pick German because most of the large engineering firms over there are based in Germany. So it would help with like communicating with the people over there in case I have the opportunity to go over there. My favorite part of it was watching movies, listening to music. I like Nosferatu and Rammstein, which kind of fit together, kind of. One interesting aspect was I actually did a project examining German car companies such as Volkswagen, BMW. And Volkswagen has a very dark history. I don't want to get into it now, but like they had a good amount of help from a certain party.
Every historian knows that.
And my favorite or most fun part was making a black forest cake for the culinary assignment. It was kind of tedious, but you don't realize how much sugar goes into buttercream until you realize that you're making it. It's like, yeah, it's a lot. Okay, service learning.
You gotta chill out.
We had 2 service learning projects. The first one kind of ended abruptly because me, Everett, and Isabel for a short while were gonna go fix the lunch line because we realized how horrendous it was back then. So we were gonna fix the lunch line and the teacher's lounge because every teacher refused to go in there. Just how dark and musty it was in there. So we're like, okay, we'll fix it up. We'll make it more ambient. We'll give it a good environment. And then Middleton went and signed the lunch contract. And that kind of ruined our 25 hours, so to start over. So then one day we had the idea, because we were waiting over there by the gardens, and we saw some of the plants were dying. We were like, what if we move it somewhere to more active environment? So we had the idea of taking the old pallets from the construction side of the school and turning them upright, and then putting pipes connected to the hose attached to the side of the school. So that way you can be little planters for the plants. So when you turn the knob, it automatically waters all the planters and keeps them safe and in the sunny environment so they don't die immediately. Our entire point of that project was just to be as green as possible and to show those oncoming freshmen that you could take whatever you have in the school that's originally seen as trash and use it for something good. Should be good there. Alright, select the project. The issue. The issue I had is, should car speedometers go over the legal speed limit? Like, let's say that the speed limit is 55 miles per hour, but your car has the capability of going to 130. Should it be allowed to go to that height? And ironically enough, I came up with the idea when I almost got hit by a driver walking home from school. It was a guy in a minivan eating elote, believe it or not. I'm turning the corner, like walking on the street, and I just hear him hit the brakes. I was like, I'm done. I die here. And I just see him eating both hands on the corner. I'm like, all right. Something I found out was that someone in the 1970s actually banned high speedometers, but Ronald Reagan unreversed that law in order to sell more automotive cars, which kind of shows that it's more money over lives at this point. And also, that's exactly what the Toyota spokesperson said. In the interview, he said, we have that high speed to sell the faster cars, because if we have a Civic and it goes only to 90 miles per hour, no one's going to want to buy that. It's like a weak car compared to like Mustangs. So that's kind of a scary thing to think about. And the key takeaway I personally thought of was that as a young driver, and that I need to limit speed more, because in all reality, I speed way too fast. And I need to work at that. I just thought it would be the slower speeds will make the roads easier for people to drive, and it also promotes better time management so people could plow out their days better and, I guess, get to the destinations faster. Okay, Ace highlights. These 2 photos in the corner are, it's kind of out of school, but that's the day I met Clown, the drummer from Slipknot. I got, in that photo, a mask and a little letter signed by him, and in the letter it's a couple Polaroids signed. Well, they're one of one, but it's like the glass photo of him from a concert, I think it was in Denver or something. And the one in the middle is when me and my dad met the Sandlot, Smalls, Timmy, Tommy, all of them. And we got a poster and the baseball sign by all of them. Second one, it's kind of crazy. This was last week. Yeah, I'm still in pain from that. I want to personally thank David and Jacob for going ham on me in the mosh pit. I still have those bruises. Very much thank you. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I got more photos, but they're a bit worse. Lastly, I want to thank God, my mom, my dad, as well as my family. I want to thank everyone here for being my amazing friends over the year. Ever, I'm sorry for clipping your curve while dropping you off. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a bit traumatic. Gabe, I want to thank you for following through with that dare and running through the hallway in a maid costume sophomore year. Yeah.
You thought it was forgotten.
Thank you, Max, for picking me up and taking me to the airport in complete silence.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I want to thank all those of our friends who have left: Joey, Tay, Wyatt, and Big James.
They're not dead.
No, they're
Every
dead.
teacher who's
They're
helped me
dead.
along the way: Dr. Brown, Mr. Myers, Miss Knight. I'll get those assignments turned in, by the way. I know I still have to retake Unit 6. I'll do it. Mr. Myers, I have the Chronicles of Told. I'll get it done. It'll be done. Trust me. I want to thank Mr. G, who's not here. Ms. Nika, thank you. Past teachers, Mr. Costa. Yeah, all of them. Everybody's helped me along the way, because no matter how small an impact someone has on someone, it still makes a big difference. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. My presentation.
I love you!